Hello all you axe enthusiasts and handle buffs. It's Rod here at East Coast Lumberjack, and I want to do a video today showing you one of my machines. It's a pretty cool machine. It's a duplicarver. It's made in the late 1800s. So I'm going to swing it this way so you can actually see what's going on here with it. And I've made a few modifications to it, but you can see it's a really heavy machine. It's made of a cast, and it's got some pretty cool features to it from the 1800s. You know, we think we're so much brighter nowadays than they were back then, but I'll tell you, whoever figured this one out was pretty sharp. Now I changed it. It all used to have this square chain on it, but it was skipping a lot up here on my both of these turns. You'll see in a minute. That's your pattern out here. I'm making peaveys right now, and this here's your stock, and I'm using a piece of hickory wood. We're turning a hickory peavey. So what I did is I went to Princess Auto and I changed out the old, they're up here in a box, all these old sprockets. You can see here they were pretty rugged, and they caused some skipping. So what would happen is my cutting heads, and this here's the cutting head. You can see it's a really heavy piece of iron, and it's got 4 cutting teeth on it. There's a second one, and they're rounded. And of course that carries a lot of weight with it. And I installed a 5 horsepower electric motor on this, and it's on a hinge, so that it actually will lift up and down to let a little bit of pressure off if I have to. And of course the weight of the motor keeps the tension on the belt. So down here we put the new chain on. It runs a lot smoother this way. This here handle, it actually allows you to lift the work up and down off of the blade. I've got a little bungee on this to hold the pressure down, so it actually does cut. And then of course there's the guy that had it before me, lived up to Nashwauk. He made a wooden wheel, a wooden pulley, large enough so that it actually can turn. So this is a smaller 2.5 horsepower engine, and it turns all this apparatus on the end. This handle here moves up and down, and of course it changes gears right here. As you can see, it engages different gears and causes it to go forward and reverse. So the engine, or the motor here with the cutting wheel on it, it's on a spindle. See this here, a long threaded rod. So this whole cutting head actually moves slowly down through the work. So I've got a peavey on here. This here also changes. If you loosen this, you can thread this up and down, and this is what travels along your work, so it actually will give you a wider or a narrower cut here on your wood. So, not sure who made this. I did see a video of this here online on YouTube before, but I'm going to show you how this baby runs. The other thing I've done in my workshop here is I've took the fan out of the barn where we used to milk the cow, installed it here because it does make a lot of shavings and chips, as you can see here in the ground. It's going to get really noisy, so you may want to turn it down, but I've got everything on switches. So the fan here is on the top switch, and of course my electric motor on the back here to turn my wood and turn the threaded rod is on the bottom switch. And then of course I also put a switch here on the electric motor to run my cutting head. So that way I have a lot quicker control over all these things. So I'm going to fire it up, show you what it looks like when it's running. So first thing we do is turn on the cutting head. I'm going to back her up just a little bit. I guess I need that to keep running. Just going to back it up so my cutting head is right where we left off here. So that worked it backwards. And then there's a neutral switch right here. That puts it in neutral so it won't move at all. So the rod's not moving. So that's the antique duplicarver here at East Coast Lumberjack. I've got another neat machine here I'll show you in a bit. It's an old Walker Turner. But that's a video for another day. Anyhow, East Coast Lumberjack signing off.